Another caution on the spiritual journey is that the mind will distort the teaching. The mind is constantly interpreting. So there's a teaching that's given, and when the mind hears the teaching, it will distort it. It will interpret it. And every interpretation is going to be a misinterpretation. So as long as the mind is listening and there's this mind activity, well, this activity of mind is distorting what is being said. There's very much this bias. It's sort of cherry picking the teaching. It'll take what it likes here and, it won't like this, so it will kind of avoid that, leave that out. So there's a bias. There's a misinterpretation. There's a sort of translation. It translates it. It's funny to see it, actually, because you say one thing, here's this video about this, and then it's kind of like the takeaway is completely different. It's like, wow, how did you get that from that video? How did you get that from what was being said? So it's this game of broken telephone. And this is what happens when you're going through a middleman. This is why, by just simply relaxing, there's less mind activity. Less mind activity, there's less distortion. There's not this activity. I should actually say there's not this reactivity. There's just pure reception. It's this openness that is then receiving. The direct transmission. Undistorted. When this happens, this is what feels like, this is really speaking to my heart. This is landing. It's a resonance. When there's not that relaxation, it's like there's a middleman. That you're going through something. It's getting distorted. So it's one of these things that we're very unaware of. But as we become aware of the possibility that there is distortion and bias and misinterpretation, then it's like becoming aware of our blind spot. And having that humility. To see that, maybe there's some distortion happening. Maybe there's some misinterpretation happening. Maybe there's the bias happening. And with more relaxation, this middleman relaxes. this activity of interpreting, cherry picking, comes to a rest. And then there's just pure receptivity. Then it feels more like a heart to heart. Hopefully this helps. See you in the next one.